Your headlines at 6 o'clock, and the first asylum seekers are expected to board the Bibby Stockholm barge in Dorset today after delay due to health and safety warnings.
These are live pictures from Portland's harbour this morning. The barge is expected to welcome 50 men initially. We'll be live there throughout the programme.
Tougher fines for businesses and landlords who knowingly support illegal migrants. The Home Office hopes the move will deter small boats from crossing the channel.
Giving former department stores virtually a whole new lease of life. I'm at this former Debenhams in Liverpool, which has been turned into a massive leisure and entertainment venue as it prepares to open its doors later this week.
A huge day for England at the Women's World Cup. They play Nigeria in the last 16.
I'm live in Brisbane, where we'll be speaking to England fans ahead of that match. It's their first knockout game in this Women's World Cup.
Good morning. There was a disappointing end for England at the Netball World Cup. They say they're gutted, but still grateful as they're forced to settle for silver after losing to Australia in the final.
And Brighton's Royal Pavilion Gardens may be on its way to getting a makeover as councillors seek to maintain its listed status. The council's bidding for more than £4 million of lottery cash to make improvements. Historic England placed the garden on its Heritage at Risk register in 2017.
Let's have a look at the Monday morning papers, shall we? And the Metro leads this morning with comments from the Shadow Immigration Minister, who said that Labour will also use barges to house asylum seekers temporarily if they win the next general election.
Now, The Times has a report this morning that 50,000 teenagers who would have received top A-level grades last year could miss out this summer. They're carrying comments from a senior education professor who says changes to grading since the pandemic could mean a rise in appeals when results are published next week. So it's thought overall the number of A's will go down. And
that has all sorts of implications for uni applications and stuff as well, doesn't it? The Daily Mirror leading on a poll of its readers carried out by the newspaper, which suggests that 74% of people would like tougher penalties for the owners of dangerous dogs.
Telegraph there reporting that firms who hire illegal immigrants are to face a new government crackdown, which the paper says could be financially ruinous for them. The same story there on the front of the Express. The deadline there, tougher fines crackdown on migrants working illegally. The Channel migrants crisis is also the lead story on the Metro, with Labour confirming that it too would use the much criticised Bibby Stockholm barge to house people applying for asylum. The Mail, meanwhile, says that there are plans to fly asylum seekers to Ascension Island in the South Atlantic if the government scheme to send them to Rwanda is thwarted. And that is also the lead story there on the Times front page, which calls it Plan B. The Eye reporting there that UK scientists are developing vaccines in secret to combat the threats of a bird flu pandemic. The Guardian has an exclusive with a report that despite widespread anger about them having second jobs, MPs have earned £10 million that way over the last year. And a survey in the Mirror says that 74% of people support the paper's campaign for a government crackdown on dangerous dogs. The Financial Times there has analysis showing that European companies with operations in Russia have lost €100 billion. That's over £86 billion since the war in Ukraine began. While the Star reports comments from Star Trek actor William Shatner that it's unlikely aliens have visited Earth, something many sci-fi fans strongly disagree with. Controversial. And if you want to see any of those front pages again or read the stories, just scan the QR code, which is on your screen.